Hi, and happy Tuesday. I am coming to you live from my home in Pataskala, Ohio. Take a quick second and drop a hi if you're watching and let me know where you're watching from. And my plan was to be on earlier so I could be outside when it was sunny, but my children had other plans for me. So I'm jumping on now in my room with really bad lighting and wine. So just let me know where you're at. And I'm going to tell you real quickly, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Cindy Parasini, and I run my own virtual skincare business. My background is in the medical field, and I have 7 years in dermatology. So skincare is really close to my heart, and so this has become a really big passion for me, and this business was just kind of a perfect fit. What I've learned is that since I started this business, I get tons of questions about just basic skincare, how to take care of your skin, things like that, which I guess, I always just assumed people knew, but a lot of people don't. So I wanted to start this series just to kind of share a little bit about some basic topics that, are things that I can get actual facts on and get sometimes an opinion, but for the most part, it'll be just facts and fun little tips, tricks, things like that. So the first one today is about tanning beds and 4 facts that you may not know that will have you running, screaming to get away from the tanning beds. I am a huge proponent for sunless tanners. I have been for a long time, and I plan to continue that, and especially now that I've read more of these things and learned more about it. Look that I get when I'm tan. I like the way it makes me feel. I even used to love laying in the tanning bed and being able to relax, but knowing these kind of things, it's something that I refuse to do. And so just hoping to share a little knowledge, no judgment. The first thing I want to talk about is the base tan. So if you are guilty of the base tan, shout out a little me. I am totally guilty of that in the past. It was something that every time I had a trip coming up or I was going to be out in the sun a lot, I thought I needed a base tan. The biggest myth about that is that any time that you are exposed to UVs, it is sun damage. So really, the pre-vacation tanning trips are useless. And it's not going to protect your skin at all. It's basically it's causing more damage than anything. So anytime you're getting color to your skin that is not normal, that is damage to your skin. So just avoid it if you're going to be there. If you go out without a broad spectrum sunscreen, you're exposing yourself to a higher risk of skin cancer. You're exposing yourself to premature aging, which nobody wants. So just keep that in mind. Broad spectrum sunscreen, be outside. Number 2, so I'm going to have notes since these are facts. So if you see me looking down at my notes or my wine, I equally like my wine. So the risk of melanoma is about 60% greater for people who started using indoor tanning beds before the age of 35. And then that number just increases with the total hours, the sessions, the years that you used, etc. So just the risk of skin cancer is so great, and the fact that these tanning salons came around, and now just keeping in mind that the more you use them, obviously, the higher your risk. Number 3, the tanning salons filter out most of the UVB rays, which are the burning rays. So when you assume that you're not going to get burned, you're probably right, but it is a significantly higher amount of UVA, which are the aging rays. And it's actually about roughly 12 times more than that of just being in the sun. So keep that in mind. If you're in a tanning bed, you're getting about 12 times the exposure of the aging rays that you would just being out in the sun. And then number 4, so this one is if you have a weak stomach, you don't want to think about this, but there are recent studies of the top 10 tanning salons in New York City. And the study was conducted by the Journal of the American Academy of Dermatology, so it's legit, found on every single tanning bed There was staph bacteria and fecal matter. I don't know about you, but I'm not laying in poo to get a tan. I will definitely be, using my Sunless tanner from now on. I have for a long time, but if you're interested and want to know more about Sunless tanners or want more tips about this, want to hear more about tanning beds and why I steer clear of them, I'd be happy to share with you. You can comment me or, message me at any time. Also, if there's a topic that you'd like to know more about, I would love to hear what people want to hear about and be able to share about that. And gather some information that might be fun, useful, sometimes gross. So just, if you have something that you'd like to hear about, let me know, and I would be happy to get started on that for the next time around. But thank you for